Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Goeiemorgen, dames en heren. Molweni manene na manenekazi. Welcome to the 2022 autumn graduation season of Nelson Mandela University. Over the next 12 days, we will celebrate the success of over 7,000 graduates, including over 60 doctorates in what is not only our second mosque-to-mosque graduation season to be hosted in person on campus and off campus in the case of George campus since the global coronavirus pandemic began more than 2 years ago. I must add, this is the first for George campus in terms of hosting a graduation ceremony since the pandemic. So this alone is reason to celebrate. However, as you will appreciate, we have to celebrate within COVID-19 compliance protocols, which is why we are socially distanced, wearing our masks, and have limited our numbers and spread them over 23 graduation ceremonies. Apart from adhering to the COVID-19 protocols that you've just heard, please could we request the following: that the audience please rise when the academic procession enters the hall and remain standing until the moment of silence, and again at the end of the ceremony after the singing of the national anthem, as the academic procession will be leaving the venue. Please ensure that your cell phone is on silent for the duration of the ceremony. But please do tweet, we do encourage that, using the hashtag MandelaGrad2022, and tell all your family and friends that the event is being live streamed. That you do not leave the hall during the proceedings out of respect for all our graduates and their families who have worked very hard to achieve their postgrad qualifications. And that you please wear your masks throughout the ceremony. Your safety is our priority, so please comply to this and all the other COVID-19 protocols. Please note that in the event of a power failure, we have a standby generator. Please remain seated and be calm, as the generator will kick in within a few minutes. For emergency medical emergencies, please be alerted that we do have an emergency medical team on my far left that is available to assist. We trust that you enjoy the ceremony, and again, a hearty word of congratulations to each and every graduate on your special day. May we now please stand to welcome the procession. Ladies and gentlemen, May I please request that you join us in a moment of silence. Thank you. Please be seated.
By virtue of the powers vested in me as Vice-Chancellor of the Nelson Mandela University, I hereby constitute this congregation for the purpose of awarding qualifications. The Deputy Vice-Chancellors of Nelson Mandela University, our Executive Deans of Faculties, our Dean of Students, the President of the SRC, esteemed academics, management and support staff, our graduandi, parents, guardians, loved ones, and friends of our graduating students, as well as the friends of our university. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to recognize this morning the presence again of our visitor, our dignitary, the Deputy Mayor of Mossel Bay, Councillor Bayman. Thanks for supporting us again, sir, this morning. It is indeed my great honor and privilege to welcome you all to this joyous and memorable occasion, the 2022 autumn graduation ceremonies at Nelson Mandela University. We also welcome all of you who are participating via live streaming wherever this day finds you. Today is a truly significant day. I hope that all of you who are graduating will remember it for the rest of your lives. On behalf of our Chancellor, Dr. Geraldine Fraser Muleketi, and on behalf of our Chairperson of Council, Ambassador Nozipho January Badil, and our entire University Council, our entire Senate, and the entire university community, we are deeply proud of you. You have triumphed. You have proved your ability to succeed despite a myriad of difficulties, including the coronavirus pandemic, disruption of in-class learning, and the socio-economic challenges that we are facing in our country and indeed across the globe. I am acutely aware that for many of you, your journey through university has been complex and at times very difficult. And yet, here you are today, strong, unbowed, and undaunted. I trust that your success with your studies at Nelson Mandela University stands as a beacon of a bright future and a better life, a far better life. May this be a steady grounding for the years ahead in your life. Despite the difficulties and challenges during our autumn graduation ceremonies, over 7,000 graduates in total will receive their qualifications. Of these, 5,891, 84% that is, are undergraduate diplomas and bachelor's degrees, while 1,150 are postgraduate diplomas and degrees. We salute the 197 masters and 49 doctoral graduates of 2022, some of whom are sitting in front of us here this morning. I am very proud to say that at George, 396 students are graduating. Of these, 5 are master's students and 6 are doctoral students. Congratulations indeed, halala. Thinking back, thank you. Thinking back 2 years ago to March and April 2020, we had no idea how deeply the coronavirus pandemic would affect and change every aspect of our lives, how many lives we would lose and how long the virus would endure. I think back to how quickly students and staff adapted to online learning and research, to learn from home, often far away and in your residence rooms, wherever the pandemic found you, and you triumphed, one and all. For this, I salute you. The past 2 years have shown how adaptable and resilient we can all be in response to whatever comes at us. You rose to the challenge, and here you are today graduating. It is indeed a beautiful day. In our quest of living up to our motto of changing the world, we continue to seek various ways in which higher education institutions such as ours can be a force for good. We hope we have succeeded in this and that your diverse encounters and experiences here at Nelson Mandela University, you are now prepared for life and the future world of work as conscious, compassionate, responsible, and ethical professionals and leaders. In this next chapter of your lives, you will be stepping into your power as the new generation of transformative leaders and change agents. You have the responsibility to pave new paths for a better, more just world, reshaping responses to political, economic, and environmental global challenges that we face. This begins with you, undertaking to follow a decisive path in every facet of your lives, and to keep on improving and refining your leadership edge. As graduates of Nelson Mandela University, you are hopefully not the same person you were when you commenced your studies. I am confident we have fulfilled our educational mission well, and that you have been equipped with the knowledge, skills, and attributes required to contribute to a changing world. We know that your journey to graduation has been made possible through the support, encouragement, care, and generosity of your families, friends, communities, and loved ones. I salute all of those for the role that they have played in assisting and enabling our graduates to reach this remarkable milestone in their life journey. I also pay special tribute to our dedicated academic and support staff who are deeply committed to the holistic development of our students, both within and beyond the classroom. As I mentioned yesterday, Nelson Mandela's success rates for 2021 was at a percentage 5% more than the national average. And for that, I want to salute our academics. Let's give them a round of applause. I also want to congratulate a class of 2021. Many congratulations. In conclusion, I urge you, as Nelson Mandela University alumni, to go out there and be active ambassadors of this fine institution and all that it stands for. As you cross the stage today, please reflect on how far you have come. Make a personal commitment to give back to society by applying your knowledge in ways that contribute to a more sustainable, prosperous, just, and peaceful future for all. You have successfully completed this chapter of your life at Nelson Mandela University, and as you take the next steps on the next chapter of your life journey, we wish you every success and happiness. You have every reason to be proud of your remarkable achievement. Congratulations on your graduation, and thank you for having chosen Nelson Mandela University as your alma mater. I thank you. Let's give our beautiful choir another round of applause. Thank you very much. This is beautiful music. Thank you very much for entertaining us this morning. Thank you. We shall now, honored guests, proceed with the awarding of qualifications, and I now request the candidates to take up their positions. I request the Executive Dean of the Faculty of Science, Professor Azwindini Muronga, to present the candidates for the respective qualifications.
Madam Vice Chancellor, I request you to award the highest certificate and diplomas and confer the bachelor degrees on the candidates who have completed their respective qualifications during the past academic year, whereafter I shall present you the candidates receiving their qualifications in prime censure.
I award the higher certificates and diplomas and confer the bachelor's degrees as requested.
Madam Vice Chancellor, candidates for the higher certificate in field fire management, Selby Mandlazi. Madam Vice Chancellor, candidates for the Diploma in Agricultural Management, Luthan du Plessis. Tabo Gumede. Yamkela Kwane. Alizwa Sijora. Sizipiwe Tunu. Sambeso Chaka. Sipe Checha. Zibuya Chishonga. Madam Vice Chancellor, the diploma is awarded cum laude to the following candidates. Luves Jordan. Madam Vice Chancellor, candidate for the Diploma in Forestry, Tandile Bafo. Huseka Pepi. Tulani Biela. Patricia Lihoti. Sinelizwi Matlulela. Kaya Mangoto. Mbongeni Mzalose. Anita Mtelekiso. Madam Vice Chancellor, candidate for higher certificate in felt fire management, Fred Shilakwe. Madam Vice Chancellor, candidates for Diploma in Forestry, Lelona Temba Ndaleni. Kawekazi Nwangu. Kawekazi Nwangu. Ngoba Nkosi. Feni Nocheleka. Thando lwethu Phuza. Buhle bonkosi Shibiti. Look there. Onesimo Sipika. Seitati Chilo. Zamokuhle Zwane. Madam Vice Chancellor, candidates for the Diploma in Wood Technology, Petras Mapodisan. Wait. Zizipho Mbikane. Bernard Mutenga. Liko Ndevu. Madam Vice Chancellor, candidate for Advanced Diploma in Forestry, Ndlamula Khosa. Mzandile Chekula. The Vice Chancellor, candidate for Advanced Diploma in Wood Technology, Jean-Pierre Fester. Madam Vice Chancellor, candidate for Bachelor in Technology in Forestry, Amanda Gekle. Madam Vice Chancellor, this concludes the awarding of higher certificates and diplomas and conferring of bachelor's degrees in the Faculty of Science. Madam Vice Chancellor, I now request you to confer the master's degrees on candidates who have completed their respective qualifications during the past academic year, whereafter I shall present to you candidates receiving their degrees in procession.
I confer the master's degrees as requested.
Madam Vice Chancellor, candidates for the degree Master of Science Research, Keisha Chetty.
Congratulations.
Jacob Zimboza. Madam Vice Chancellor, the degrees awarded in cum laude to Posi Sadlokweni. Madam Vice Chancellor, this concludes the conferring of master's degrees in the Faculty of Science. Madam Vice Chancellor, I now have the privilege to present to you candidates for the doctoral degrees in the Faculty of Science. I request Prof. Keith Little and candidate Francis Ray Brook to come forward, please. Madam Vice Chancellor, I request Prof. Keith Little from the School of Natural Resources Science and Management to present the candidate to the congregation on behalf of the supervisor.
Madam Vice Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, I present the congregation Francis Ray Brook, a candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Nature Conservation, which her thesis entitled Cape Vultures and the Threat of Wind Farms, a Race to Extinction. Wind energy infrastructure in South Africa is increasing, and presents a threat to the southern African endemic Cape vulture. This endangered species faces many human-induced threats and may experience a further decline due to wind energy development. The study explored the susceptibility of Cape vultures to wind energy development and the population response to this emerging threat. It found that Cape vultures use areas close to established and proposed wind farms. The study also showed that should higher mortality rates occur because of increased wind energy developments, these species will experience a drastic decline. This could have far-reaching ecological implications. Thank you.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Nature Conservation on Francis Ray Brooke.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Nature Conservation on Francis Ray Brooke. Congratulations, Dr. Brooke.
I request Prof. Josh Lowe and candidate Emily Jo McCulloch Jones to come forward, please. Madam Vice-Chancellor, I request Prof. Joshua Lowe, Acting Director of the School of Natural Resources Science and Management, to present the candidate to the congregation on behalf of the supervisor.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, I present to the congregation Emily Joy McCulloch Jones, a candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Nature Conservation, with her thesis entitled The Trade in Horticultural Ferns, Characterization, Invasion Success and Distribution. How horticultural trade drives invasion success in ferns poses an important question. Despite their apparent invasive potential and long history in horticulture, ferns remain understudied and underrepresented as invaders. The novelty of this research was threefold. Market traits that drive invasion success in ferns was assessed. Novel species introductions were identified through trade, and the potential global distributions of 8 highly traded invasive ferns predicted. This study improved understanding of the drivers of invasion success, provided country-specific suggestions for targeted management responses, and developed the essential information required for the management of alien ferns. Thank you.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Nature Conservation on Emily Joy McCulloch Jones.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Nature Conservation on Emily Joy McCulloch Jones. Congratulations, Dr. Jones.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, I request Dr. Bianca Killick and candidate Samantha Jo McCulloch Jones to come forward, please. Madam Vice-Chancellor, I request Dr. Bianca Killick, the co-supervisor of the candidate, to present her to the congregation.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, I present to the congregation Samantha Jo McCulloch Jones, a candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Nature Conservation, with her thesis entitled Promoting Adaptive Governance in Landscape Scale Conservation, Learning from Theory and Practice. Globally, there is a trend towards collaborative environmental governance for conservation biodiversity at landscape scales, but the inherent complexity in landscapes pose many challenges. Adaptive governance has been proposed as a solution as it aims to establish learning feedback in decision-making at multiple interconnected levels. There is a call for more research into mechanisms and approaches that can advance the operationalization of adaptive governance for landscape scale conservation. And this study describes interventions to catalyze learning. It explores mechanisms to evaluate and enhance adaptive practice at multiple levels of governance in donor-funded landscape-scale conservation initiatives in South Africa.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Nature Conservation on Samantha Jo McCulloch Jones.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Nature Conservation on Samantha Jo McCulloch Jones. Congratulations, Dr. Jones.
I request Prof. Keith Little and candidate Jonathan Cecil Roberts to come forward, please. Madam Vice-Chancellor, I request Prof. Keith Little, the supervisor of the candidate, to present him to the congregation.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, I present to the congregation Jonathan Cecil Roberts, a candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Nature Conservation, with his thesis entitled The Development of an Integrated Herbicide Financial Risk Model for Plantation Forests in South Africa. The aim of this dissertation was to develop a herbicide use risk model for vegetation management within commercial pulpwood plantations of South Africa. The model assesses the economic risk associated with vegetation management through quantifying the total amount of herbicides applied throughout the growth of a stand, whilst considering the financial return and rotation end growth responses obtained. Overall, this study provides benchmark data and derives information as to the necessity for various vegetation management options within the commercial forestry sector of South Africa. The herbicide risk model will not only assist foresters with choosing the most appropriate site-specific vegetation methods to use, it will also provide them with an indication of the magnitude of volume and profit loss should a less intensive approach be followed. Thank you.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Nature Conservation on Jonathan Cecil Roberts.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Nature Conservation on Jonathan Cecil Roberts. Congratulations, Dr. Roberts.
Well done. I request Dr. Mwenda Nyiramanswana and candidate Kyle Schwegman to come forward, please. Madam Vice-Chancellor, I request Dr. Mwenda Nyiramanswana, the co-supervisor of the candidate, to present him to the congregation.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, I present to the congregation Kyle Schwegman, a candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Nature Conservation, with his thesis entitled The Use of Psychometric Test Systems as a Pre-Selection Tool for the Identifying Successful Harvesting Machine Operators. The doctoral study investigated the potential use of psychometric test systems as a pre-selection tool for the identifying of successful wood harvesting machine operators by developing a better understanding of what causes large variation within harvester machine operator productivity, besides the well-known effect of tree volume. The study aimed at determining whether a psychometric test package known as the Vienna test system could predetermine suitable candidates for training potential harvester operators. The research findings suggest that the Vienna test system can be used to identify productive harvester machine operators, with future research potentially focusing on adding personality types to the pre-selection process. Thank you.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Nature Conservation on Kyle Schwegman.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Nature Conservation on Kyle Schwegman. Congratulations, Dr. Schwegman.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, a candidate for the Diploma in Forestry, Enhle Saba. Madam Vice-Chancellor, this concludes the awarding of qualifications in the Faculty of Science.
As we draw this graduation to its close, on behalf of the congregation, I wish to thank our graduates, parents, and other guests for their interest in the university and for their presence at this graduation ceremony. I also wish to thank our academic and administrative staff, as well as the performers for their respective contributions. I also want to congratulate our PhDs that are just sitting here in front of us. Thank you very much. At Nelson Mandela University, we strive to change the world. 2020 and 2021 brought this, our rallying call, into sharp relief as the world changed rapidly around us. As graduates, we have risen to all that 2021 brought to the fore. You have demonstrated that with commitment, will and determination, success is possible. Once again, I congratulate you on your achievement. You have made us all proud. I wish all our graduates well as you journey forth to wherever the next phase of your life path takes you. I trust that you will retain an identity that clearly defines you as a graduate of Nelson Mandela University. By virtue of the powers vested in me, as Vice-Chancellor of the university, I now declare this congregation dissolved. I request the congregation to stand for the singing of the national anthem and to remain standing while the academic procession leaves the hall. Thank you.